Yes, toddlers, I welcome you again. When I use the word toddlers, I mean younger ones. Yes, B2 members, once again, I welcome you for our lesson 10 of week 6. Thank you for staying tuned to the program. We have now just completed our fourth topic about food and nutrition. And therefore, officially, we are launching our fifth topic, and it's all about environment. I know all of you understand the word environment because in P1 you studied about environment, and even you stay where you are, you always see the environment. How? What is the environment? What is the environment? Environment are things around us. Environment are things around us. We are able to see plants where you are. There are plants there. There are buildings. There are also houses. But when I say buildings, we have their plants, we have their animals, even the air. There are very many things, even the cars, we can call them vehicles. So all those things that surround us, we term them to be environment. We are saying that environment are things that surround us, or things around us. Now, when you reach to higher level, let me now equip you with some information here. In the environment, we have what we call components. Okay? When you come across maybe somebody, a teacher teaching from the television, or maybe somewhere else, you may come across words like biological environment, and then you are going to hear about physical environment. But now we as P2 members, let us look at living things. And now that one is biological environment. Then when we look at also non-living things, that one now in some other levels or some other teachers even, they term or they teach physical environment. But for us here, we are going to look at it, non-living things. So members, what I'm trying to mean? I'm trying to mean components of the environment. Our environment consists of two components, living things and then non-living things. But now, for us, also we are moving ahead by saying living things can also mean biological things. Then non-living things are now physical things in our environment. Let us look at this. Now, living things one by one, okay? We want now to elaborate, to talk more into details about living things. What are living things, dear children? Living things are things that have life. All living things are things which have life. Biological things in the environment, they have life. And examples of living things you can even mention. You yourself, you are a living thing. You have life. And then you have plants. Examples of living things, we have plants. We have birds. You always see them flying in the air. And some of you, even you always try to fly like birds. They are living things. They have life. We have, when I say birds, I'm meaning weaver birds, I'm meaning our hens at home there, I am meaning our ducks at home there, I am also meaning cocks at home, because there's a difference between a hen and a cock. So all those are birds, so they have life. Then the plants, when we mention plants, we are talking about cassava plants, potato plants, mango plants, guava plants, passion plants. Okay, all those are plants and they have life. Remember, even we looked at characteristics of plants. We say they breathe, they move, they excrete. Okay, that one is now to remove waste products, and they also, there are very many things. Then we have insects as examples of living things. When we look at insects, and remember insects are grouped into two. We have harmful insects and useful insects. Examples of useful insects, we have bees, okay? We have grasshoppers, and you know them. We don't want to waste time on that. Then we have harmful insects. are dangerous to our lives. And examples, we have cockroaches. They spread or they contaminate our food by now spreading germs on our food, and we can end up suffering from some other diseases or getting diseases because of cockroaches. They spread germs on our food. Again, examples of harmful insects. We have cockroaches, as I said. Even we have butterfly. Even we have mosquitoes, because you know very well that they spread Plasmodium germ that causes diseases. I'm saying they spread Plasmodium germ because when I say that they spread diseases, it is wrong. Housefly and other mosquitoes, they don't spread diseases. They spread a germ called Plasmodium. Okay, that germ is called Plasmodium. And then after that germ, which we are calling Plasmodium, causes diseases. So it's very bad for you to say that mosquitoes, they spread malaria. No, it is the germ. The mosquitoes, for them to just spread the germ, we call Plasmodium germ, and then Plasmodium causes diseases. So those are some of the harmful insects. Otherwise, all insects, you can say just all insects are living things. Then we have animals. This is also a big and largest kingdom in the environment, because under animals, now we get even people here. Somebody will wonder that, even a person can have also follets like the other animal, like maybe a dog or a cheetah. No, it's all about classification, grouping again animals. When we group them, we shall find that even we people, we belong to animals. So all these are examples of living things, and they make up the environment. Then we have non-living things. My dear children, be attentive. This one is very crucial. They are going to ask you questions about this. And remember, soon we are giving you a test. We are going to test you. We shall be informing you when, but get prepared for a test. Non-living things. Non-living things are things which have no life. They don't have life. Okay? And when you look at characteristics of living things, never say that living things die. Because when something has died, it's no longer a living thing. It's not again existing. So now that one never mention about it. So non-living things are things which have no life. They don't have life. They cannot eat. They can't move. They can't even breathe. And examples of non-living things, we have soil. Have you ever seen soil breathing? No. Have you ever seen water moving? No. Water flows. Okay? When you pour water, it will flow. That is not moving. Moving, it means at least someone moving with legs. Okay? But water will just flow. Even if you call it, no water stop there. Water can't stop, my children. So water is an example of a non-living thing. Then we have stones. Even if you hit it several times, it will never complain. You will just get tired and you move away. Okay? Then we have houses. Even if you call it that now we are going to the village. Let us now move with our very beautiful and expensive house, the village. It can't move because it is a non-living thing. And non-living things don't move. So houses, furniture, desks, or even tables where you are, even a chair where you are seated is a non-living thing. We have books where you are writing. Also, okay. So now let us correct something here. Let us correct something there. Have you seen it? It is furniture. Okay? Very good. This is furniture. It is F-U-R-N-I-T-U-R-E. You don't put here A. It was just a slip of the chalk, and we made a mistake, a slight mistake there. Then we have books. When we say furniture, I say the table where you use, which you are using, the seat or the chair you are sitting on. Okay, it's an example of a furniture, and it cannot move. It's you to carry it from one place to another. Then we have books, they don't move. Can you please talk to your book? You have even laughed. The book cannot talk. We have pencils. You can even beat it, but can it even cry? Try to beat it. Is it crying? You have even laughed. It can't cry. Buildings. As we say, buildings. Even we have cars. You can enter your daddy's or your mommy's car inside there and you begin beating it. You are even smiling. So all these are examples of non-living things. So my toddlers, my young ones, P2 members, there's an activity after this. But first of all, read through the activity I have given. Okay? It's all about what you have learned. Question number 1, it is environment. You are going to find question number 2, to give components of the environment. They are there. We are going to come at examples of living things, question number 3, and then examples of living things. Don't confuse these things. Write very well, and as we meet next time, there is a prize, there is a gift for you in case you get all questions right. Thank you for listening.